Oh, wow. We already have some people joining. TikTok. Did TikTok notify you?
Just now. I think, no, not yet.
Looks like, hello. Looks like we still have people joining. Hello, Miss Karen. Hello, Fran. Nice to see everyone. Hello, Candy. Hello, Alabama. Alabama in the house. Hello. I'm glad to see everyone popping on. Did they notify you?
What?
Did you get
They
notified?
never notified me.
Did y'all get notified I was live? Thank you. So my moderator didn't get, did y'all get notified I was live? Hello, Louisiana. Oh, you did? Very good. Thank you. Okay, my moderator didn't get notified. Usually hear his phone buzz. Nope, Angie didn't. That's weird. So I wonder why some people got notified and some people didn't. It says we're letting your followers know. I don't know. Oh, good. I'm glad some of you did. I don't know. All right, so looks like some of you know how this works. Well, you put the name of the person you want read in the comments. Brianna didn't get notified. Gidget didn't. That's weird that some people got notified and some didn't. How's this? I wonder how these TikTok algorithms work. I wonder about them. Someone's putting my favorite emote in the comments, which are my wings. Hello. Welcome. I wonder why. So I wonder why you didn't get notified. Brandy said she never does despite her best effort. That's so odd. I don't know about that. Kind of concerned about. Okay. So for those of you joining, y'all know how this works. It looks like you put the name of the person you want read in the comments, and then I'm about to do something my moderator's not gonna like, but anyway. And then you have to confirm the information. But usually the moderator picks first. But as I sit in a little bit of a meditation, just, centering myself, I just finished teaching a class before I go into this, and there was a spirit stepping up, and so I was going to see if he was still here whenever I came on, and he is still here. So we have a spirit up for grabs. Usually my moderator chooses someone. That's how we kick it off, but we're kicking it off differently tonight. Okay, so who are you doing? Okay, so I'm hearing an R name like Randy or Randall. This gentleman was absolutely a cowboy energy. Well, cowboy. He is dressed in the whole 9 yards. He's got the cowboy hat. He's got the, jeans, a button-up shirt, and boots. He is letting me know that he is wearing like his nice cowboy gear. It could be Robert, but it could be. Yeah, no, I'm going to have to hear an R name. I was hearing Randall or Randy, but I could go with Robert if everything fits. Listen up, and if everything fits, then we can roll with it. Okay, so he's letting me know he did work with cattle and horses. He's dressed up in his fancy gear because he's wearing a non-dirty hat, he's letting me know. He passed older. How old were you, dude? He's presenting younger, but he did pass into his 70s, maybe even early 80s, but a solid 70s. Had a great love of the land. He's showing me working out in the corral, and it was very dusty. Most corral areas are dusty. Show me your field. The field is pretty green. The field looks green. I'm feeling a Missouri type, so Midwestern type. At first I thought he was from the South, but I'm feeling more of a Missouri type feel to him. Okay, so I'm going to recap. If he fits you, please say mine, yes, however you want to portray that. So I'm hearing an R name like Randy, Randall. He was definitely a cowboy. He did work cattle. He did work with horses. He passed in his 70s. I am feeling kind of a Midwest Missouri type feel to him. So does this gentleman fit anyone on here? I don't see anyone claiming him. It's a grandfather energy. Just I assumed everyone knew that since he died around his 70s. But I should clarify.
I have not seen a yes.
All right. Doesn't look like anyone's going to claim him yet.
Tennessee's here.
Tennessee in the house. I like Tennessee. Memphis. I like the Peabody Hotel in Memphis. It's kind of cool. All right. We're going to put him on ice. Y'all know how that goes. If y'all been around for a while, you know I don't let these spirits go unclaimed, so they just kind of stand here until we... Oh, there is a Missouri.
Yeah, there's somebody from Missouri. Texas.
Yes, Missouri,
PA.
Missouri. This isn't your grandfather, is it, Missouri? Let me recap real quick, and then we'll move on. Grandfather energy, I'm hearing an R name like Randy Randall. He was a cowboy. He actually worked with cattle and horses, boots and all. Passed around in his 70s. I'm feeling from the Missouri area. Nope. All right. Who you got for me?
Stephanie, her uncle. I'm not sure if it's Junior or JR.
Okay. We have Stephanie. And it's her uncle, either Junior or JR. Not sure which one. I'm feeling Junior. Okay, what you got for me, dude? Okay, this guy is really getting... Okay, you'll have to separate. I'm getting like bleed-in energy from the two of them. You'll have to separate. Okay, so Junior, thank y'all for the lights. Those are some of my favorites.
Stephanie from my uncle. Yep, she's here.
All right, so I'm feeling this guy was, something about he's smiling. He has a beautiful smile. I'm seeing some facial hair on him. He is, something about his teeth. He was always particular about his teeth. Yes, these are free. He needs to like floss them. He always was funny about making sure his teeth were clean. He is showing me also, it looks like tea. Like the tea that you drink, you know, cold tea. Iced tea. There you go. Iced tea. That's the word I'm looking for. He's showing me iced tea. He's also showing me that he was like a go-to person in the family. He was to help fix things. He was like that go-to person. People were calling him. They needed help. They needed, you know, to borrow some money. He was just like the person that everyone called in the family to get their stuff taken care of. All right, Miss Stephanie, does this sound like your uncle? Has she said yes or no? Welcome, 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 everyone popping in, popping in. We're waiting for Stephanie to pop up and tell me if I just described her uncle, Junior or JR that we're looking for.
You might have to give her a minute. There's 700 people. She said no.
All right. Doesn't, another spirit up for grabs. Still on uncle energy. He is showing me he has facial hair. Had facial hair. He doesn't have it in spirit. Oh, we got a couple of trolls too. I didn't even notice. Aw, they're sad people. They can't help it. They came on my live to get some love. All right. Back to the, okay. So we have an uncle energy. What's your name, dude? I'm still hearing a I'm hearing it's still a J name, but it's like Josh or Jason. Uncle Josh, Uncle Jason, something like that. I'm describing James. James, but you're not in spirit, honey. Okay. I'm seeing facial hair on him. He was the fixer of the family. Like people called him to fix things. And even like to borrow money. What do I do now? Got my girlfriend pregnant. I don't know why I'm saying that, but that's what I'm hearing from him. And he's also showing me that he was very, yes, fixer. Also showing me that he was very particular about his teeth. Like, I just want to floss them and make sure that after I eat, they're all clean. He's also showing me iced tea. All right, does this fit anyone? If this is your spirit, please put in the comments yes or no.
Maggie Weatherford is claiming his brother Josh. That's what B.G. Jones said.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So who's claiming him?
Maggie Weatherford, brother Josh. I haven't seen her, so.
I did see something about the girl pregnant. Oh, her brother got his girlfriend pregnant and then he died. That's it. Thank you, Maggie.
Where'd you get that?
I just read it. It was passing by. I knew that I had to say I got my girlfriend pregnant. So that is so funny. Like half the time I'm saying things and I don't even know, but it was like that was the big center that sealed the deal. I think we're here with Maggie, and what got the center was to it, and see some people trying to claim him, was I had to say I got my girlfriend pregnant. And she's saying her brother Josh got his girlfriend pregnant and then passed. This young man is so excited to be here. He also wants... Okay, so Maggie, you are still trying to be a support for his girlfriend, he is showing, and how appreciative he is of that. And he's talking about... I know it's going to sound odd to you, but just how happy he is to be a dad. And I know that you're probably thinking, but he's in spirit. How can he be a dad? It's just the way it works. But he is so happy, he's saying, to be a dad. Like, I'm so happy. Just so thankful that his memory is being kept alive. He's also talking about that his... how y'all honored him and his passing was just beautiful, and how appreciative he is of everyone rallying around. Everyone rallied. Like, even in their deepest, darkest heartbreak, they were helped with the funeral. Thank y'all. I see some new people here. Welcome, welcome. Decision making with the funeral, rallying around his girlfriend, just really talking about... And Maggie, you have been the backbone. He's showing me that you, even in your grief, you have really been the backbone for the family and some of the things that's been going on, and that people will just lean on you. I felt my sister-in-law, love her, she calls it ear rape. Like, sometimes she will call me and just say, no. And then she'll say, I'm sorry to ear rape you. So she is very much saying, or your brother's very much saying, Maggie, that you are like that in the family, that people call you and there's like, no. Thank you, I feel so much better now. And you're just kind of looking like, okay, what just happened here? So when Spirit talks about things like that, it's a sign that they are around, they see what's going on, they are still a part of our lives, even though they have crossed the veil. And he is so happy that you are being such a huge support. And sometimes people aren't seeing your grief. Like, people are forgetting that you're grieving him also, because you are so busy trying to take care of... Yeah, someone said, I do talk to pets. Typically on lives, I stick to humans, but I do talk to pets. Oops. I went to scroll and a block thing came up. No block. So Maggie, thank you so much for letting me read your brother. He did a great job with his information. Let me tell you, he was spot on. He did a wonderful job. And thank you for confirming. I appreciate that. Okay. Where's the water? I was wondering where my water was, but you can't go get me anymore because there's so many people on here. I won't be able to keep up. Okay. We're going to recap this gentleman that I have on hold here. Our name, like a Randy. He was a grandpa energy. He was a cowboy. He actually worked with cattle. He is in horses. He passed in his 70s. He is from the Missouri area. Give me something else about you, dude. He's showing me all of his boots. I said, give me something else about you, dude. And he is very much showing me he had lots of boots. drink coffee. And when I say he drank coffee, I think he like actually did it intravenously. He showed me he had coffee all day long. It was like his go-to drink. And it was a big thing. People would make comments about it. Like, is that all you ever drink? Coffee? All right. Does this gentleman sound like he belongs to anyone? Well, wedding cake flavor. Does this sound like a grandpa of yours? I see that you're from Missouri. Does he sound like a grandpa of yours? I'm not seeing anyone grabbing him.
I'm not seeing any yeses.
Okay, so if he is yours, please say yes. I see a couple of people from Missouri. Does he belong to y'all? Yes. Oh, wedding cake player is saying yes. Oh, I think so. Wedding cake flavor. I see a yes. It's hard for this many comments are scrolling. All right, I think the wedding cake flavor is claiming our cowboy.
Wedding cake flavor said yes again.
Very good, wedding cake. Let's see. Do you have a wedding cake business? Is that why your name? That's your name? Do you have a wedding cake business? All right. So what's this gentleman? I was checking her to see if she had a business. I was going to see if she had a business. I was going to give her a shout out if she did, but I didn't see it listed in her. Okay, real quick, someone just asked oh, you love the flavor. Very good. Someone just asked how long before you can read a spirit. Immediately. But it's about before you get a reading, you have to make sure that you are ready for the reading. The wait time is not about bringing the spirit through. It's about the waiting time for the client. This gentleman is very much talking about, he was a huge family man, big into the family name, and very much into integrity, doing business right, making sure you're a person of your word. And that has actually been giving you some problems, wedding cake. Not that you're having problems living up to your word. It's just that you're holding people to a higher standard of living up to their word. And you've been a little bit frustrated with that lately. Again, when Spirit talks about things happening like that in your life, it's a sign they are around you and they can see what is happening. You actually, like, I was feeling like heartbreak, and not heartbreak as in, you lost your husband or fiance, something like that, but you're just, even friends, like when you just get so frustrated with people not living up to their word. And I hear you talking to your grandpa about it. He's saying that he is very much you talk to him about it. It's like, Grandpa, what happened? People aren't the same anymore. They're not like they used to be. You can't, they're always just telling you what you want to hear. I'm currently reading for wedding cake flavor because it's her favorite flavor. He is also showing me, this is also played over into your work, like that work environment wedding cake flavor. He's showing me that you have kind of been, I don't know if you've been backstabbed. That isn't the exact word, but people are maybe taking credit for your work, not giving credit where it's due, and you're just very much frustrated.
She wrote my daughter there. I don't know
I wonder what this person is talking about. Oh my gosh, you're reading notes. Who asked if her daughter was there?
Wedding cake said my daughter there.
Grandpa, you got the daughter? Sorry, I was asking the grandfather if he had the daughter, and he says, of course I have her baby. Of course I have her baby. It makes sense now why the grandfather was coming up. Was your daughter a baby when she passed? Whenever I bring through babies, most of the time they are brought up by an older person, just because I'm so big on evidential information. It's the best way to be able to identify them. Also, I'm hearing that you are a mom to her. Like you are a mom to this baby. So I don't know if people have been giving you a hard time. Yeah, there is my moderator. Aw, Alexis, you must be new here. No, she was 27. Okay, did you have a miscarriage or let's just say, did you lose a baby before it took a breath on this earth or right after it took a breath on this earth? Because the baby that your grandfather is showing me, the daughter is a baby. Oh, you got scared. Did you think it, Miss Candace? Did you think you were hearing voices? Yes, you did. Okay. I was about to say very good and not very good that happened, but I just knew I was seeing a baby, so I wanted to make sure that, yes, that baby was with you. So that happens a lot, just for people that are listening, have never seen me read or heard me talk about it. I'm huge on evidence, so whenever I have babies come through that were miscarried or aborted, they usually come up with a older relative so that it gives it more evidence, more evidential information. So thank you so.
Is my daughter safe? That is 22.
Did she? Okay, I want to give a general answer to that for everyone looking, but if your daughter was the female standing here who had maybe some self-medication issues, yes, she is right there next to your grandfather. Now, when people step up and they said, is my daughter safe? Are they okay? I want everyone to know that no matter how your loved one passed, you have to think about this. Your soul is you. Yes, this avatar body, you are a soul having a human experience. You are a soul, which is unconditional love. No matter how much layers you put on top of that, if you've acted differently, bottom line, your soul is a piece of God and it is unconditional love. So when it leaves the avatar body, your soul leaves, it goes back home, which is heaven, source, whatever your name for it is, and it's residing in unconditional love. So what you have to, can you imagine, I want everyone to think for a moment that you are no longer around anyone who judges you. You are not worried about anything. You're at complete peace and you're surrounded and infiltrated by this unconditional love. How much healing takes place quickly. Can you imagine the vibration of that? So if you had a relative who passed in a manner that people are judging, whether they're responsible for their own passing, they weren't a good person here on earth, just know that they're okay. They have left earth and they have gone home. And when they go home, they are residing in unconditional love. Okay. Who we got next?
Hannah, brother Jet.
Okay. Hannah, brother Jet. I don't know why I feel the need to say this. I don't know if some mediums are watching me or if someone who is working on their abilities. But I just taught this in a class and I wrote it down. And so I want, when you write with your, of course, your dominant hand. Sometimes, the biggest thing that's going to be in your issue when you start reading someone is your ego, what runs your body, what processes the world, and all of that. Sometimes to kind of get your ego out of the way, you want to write. You can do a couple of things. You can write the person that you're trying to tap into 3 times. I don't do that anymore. I used to when I first started reading, but it will still anchor you. It will kind of get your monkey brain out of the way if your dominant hand is doing something. Okay. So we have...
Somebody said they were medium and they were about to reach out to you.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I was like, I don't know. I feel the need to say that. Someone needs this information. Okay.
Hannah, if you're still here.
Yes, Hannah, if you're still here, your brother Jet is stepping up. And I'm feeling all things fast. Like I'm seeing... He's showing me him growing up, and as he got older, I'm seeing he was an adrenaline junkie. He liked the fast things. He was always trying to get that next high, and whether it was high with drugs or high with this adrenaline. He was always looking to that high, high, high. He was a total adrenaline junkie. He's also saying that he had a heart of gold, like very sweet. A lot of people didn't know about that. This guy feels like he has like ADHD on steroids. He has monkey brain all over the place. Has she said yay or nay?
I saw that she said she was here.
Okay. While we're waiting for Hannah to confirm this information, I do private readings. They are only on my website, Christy Godwin, Psychic Medium. When you go in there to sign up, you get a calendar opens up to you.
He
You
was
choose.
a wild child, but he died very young.
That makes sense that he was like showing me all things fast. He's showing me like, I don't know if he was old enough to ride a bicycle, but that's what he's showing me is a bicycle. And yeah, this kid had complete monkey brain, like all over the place. Showing me jumping off of beds and furniture and when he could. He is also saying that he couldn't be saved. I don't know what that's about. I'm hoping that makes sense to you.
He was 10 when he died.
Okay, and he's very much saying that he couldn't be saved. That's why he's showing me a bicycle. Okay. I didn't finish what I was saying. So yes, a calendar opens up to you. A Zoom link is automatically sent. And then a reminder is sent 3 days before the appointment, the day before the appointment, and an hour before the appointment. So you don't forget. All right. He's very much saying, Hannah, that he could not be saved. No guilt, no guilt. That he could not be saved. That he made such a huge impact when he was here on this earth. So I know it's so hard. There is no greater loss than the loss of a child or someone who is very young and he died of medical errors. That's why he's saying he couldn't be saved. He couldn't be saved. Okay. And y'all carry a lot of guilt for that. Like, it must be your mom who carries all that guilt, that she feels like she... Sorry, somebody was trying to go live with me. But he is just talking about he was here for a season, and in that short amount of time that he lived, he made such a huge impact. People still talk about him. People still talk about just his vibration was very high. He was this wild child who had such fun and was just this huge light. Y'all also still commemorate him. Do y'all let balloons go to commemorate his birthday? I'm seeing just balloons flying in the air. So do y'all let balloons go to commemorate his birthday or his passing? Because I just want to let some balloons go. Hannah, also he's talking about, did she say?
I was a baby when he died, but I feel the grief now that I'm a mother.
Right.
And wedding cake flavor, so she does all that stuff for her babies too.
Very good. And I was just talking to someone about that today in one of my classes, because I know that Hannah was talking about, she's being a mom. Now that she's a mom, she's kind of, that grief makes a difference. And I want everyone to realize that whenever you are, this in particular was about someone healing some trauma, healing some childhood things that had happened, but she was about to have a baby. So when you have a baby, you can then re-grieve, especially if it was a sibling, because then you have a new appreciation for what your parents went through and just the fragileness of life. But also, if you have already healed childhood trauma and you haven't had kids yet, and then you have a baby, you look back, and then what happened to you takes on, like, how could someone let that happen to me? So just know that if you are grieving any kind, you can have triggers throughout your life to that will make you feel like you're starting that grieving process over again, and that's very normal. Please don't judge it. go with it, process it, don't tap it down. If you need to, I know, it's, you can definitely, babies are a big, that sounds terrible to say that babies are big triggers for, oh look, it's my moderator who never helps anymore. Y'all want to see why she doesn't ever help anymore? There you go. All right. Thank you, Miss Hannah, for letting me read your brother. Quick question. Do we still get to do things what we enjoyed on earth? I think this is a question about heaven.
Yes.
Okay. So, do you do things that you enjoyed on earth, if you enjoyed them still? So, heaven is kind of what you make it. And when you cross over to heaven, you don't get to sit on your laurels. You still have jobs. You still, have healing to do. But yes, if you enjoyed things on earth, then you still get to enjoy them in heaven, as long as they were good and healthy for you. All right. Who we got next? Oh, is it my turn? Or is it?
Sydney, Grandpa Don.
I think it was my turn. I'm just saying, people. I don't think my moderator's following the rules. I know. Did y'all see? Did y'all see who my moderator ditched me for? It's like when she had other boyfriends, she helped me. She just seems to think she needs to be with this one all the time. I'm not bitter. All right. Sydney, Grandpa Don. You get a reading, but if you want a reading in the live, you put the name in the comments. And if you book a reading, only on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. All right. Grandpa Don, hello. Dude. All right. So I'm feeling, Sydney, if you're on here, Grandpa Don. He is talking about, for one thing, he's talking about the craziness. This man did not like crowds. He was not a big fan of crowds, this man is telling me. I don't know why. He liked quietness. He liked solitude. Not that he didn't have friends, and not that he wasn't a good communicator, but he just wasn't going to purposely, wasn't a concert, bar-going type dude. He liked his people, and that was about it. He's also showing me that he turned gray. So he would have kept his hair long enough to turn gray. He's like barely kept it long enough to turn gray. So there you go. He's also showing me that he loved his sweets. He's showing me the pies and the cakes and all of that. So he absolutely loved his sweets. All right, Miss Sydney. Does this sound like your Grandpa Don? I know. Let's see if Sydney's going to claim her grandpa here. Miss Sydney. Everybody knows.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And your grandma bakes stuff.
All the time.
Oh my goodness, I love that he told me that too. So Sydney has confirmed that this is her Grandpa Don. The information matched. And you know what? This man was all about your grandma. So, and I know people are probably thinking, of course he was. They were married. No, that is not. Unfortunately, the way it always comes across, but he was very much a family man, very much loved her cooking, and he's patting his stomach, and he's like, yep, I sure did. So he's acknowledging that his belly was a result of your grandma's good cooking. He loved having his family over. He loved just that family unity, the family, like your grandmother cooking and everyone coming over. And this was not spirit-led. This actually, my moderator pulled it up. He said, Sydney wants her Grandpa Don, and I pulled up Grandpa Don. So, Sydney, someone in your family wears something that reminds them of Grandpa Don. I'm not sure if you know who that is. But someone in the family wears something, and I feel them touching something that reminds them of their grandpa. And that's an acknowledgement he is around, and he sees that happening. He's also showing me that you are actually very clairaudient, which is clear hearing. You can hear spirit voices, so just acknowledge, know that. If you think that you're having spirits dropping in that are voices that aren't your own, yeah, that is spirit. Disclaimer, spirit voices will only be a kind and loving vibration. They will never come in and tell you to hurt yourself or someone else. So just know that.
We made shirts into bears that I sleep with every night.
Oh, okay, very good. Oh, I love that. I love that, Sydney. Oh my goodness. What a great idea to make those shirts into pillows. I love that. Bears. Sorry.
It's not a pillow.
Bears, not a pillow. It's a bear. I still love it though. So that's that confirmation of something that was okay. So I was talking about you being clairaudient. So it means you can hear voices. Also, your grandpa is saying that that was him that came and visited you in your dream. So you must have had a dream and you weren't quite sure. Sometimes you wake up and your dreams are so fuzzy. You're like, was that really it? Did I really dream that? Your grandpa is saying, yes, you did dream that, and that was him. All right. Thank you, Miss Sydney, for letting me read your grandpa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, is it my turn?
Kevin, cousin, Vincent.
Vincent?
Vincent.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you what's going to happen right here. My moderator is not following the rules, and Spirit knows he's not following the rules.
So it could be anybody.
So exactly, my moderator knew exactly where I was going with that. So it could be anybody.
So everybody listening.
Because I can feel these spirits like pushing up on me, and there was one standing here, and when I said I need Vincent for Kevin, I felt this like, what? So just know I'm going to try to call up Vincent for Kevin, but the spirit world knows my moderator is not following the rules. So let's see what's going to happen here. Anything could happen here. All right. Oh, let me close this down on my computer. Hold on. Let me close that down. All right. I'm feeling someone who there's something off about his passing. Violence was associated with it, but he's also taken some responsibility for that. Which means he was in the wrong place. He kind of was hanging out with a group of people that there was going to be violence associated with his passing. This guy was beautiful. I just have to say, he has beautiful energy, beautiful smile, just beautiful. So Kevin, if you're listening up, let me know if this is your cousin Vincent. I'm not convinced just because of the way everything was going on here. All right, Kevin, is this your cousin? I am. Kevin has not said anything, I don't think. I haven't seen Kevin say anything. Has anyone seen Kevin say anything?
Kevin says no.
Oh, I see. I knew that. That's what my moderator gets for
It's all
breaking
me.
the rules. I'm telling you.
Stick around, Kevin. We'll try again.
Yes. All right. So let me get some more information for this dude. When I'm just pulling up a specific spirit for someone, you can kind of tell if it belongs to them. But whenever it, now he's up for grabs. So let me get some more information from him. Okay. So first off, there is something odd about this guy's passing. I knew that he is, someone else is responsible for his passing, but he is also acknowledging that he put himself in that predicament. He was hanging out with the wrong people.
Elizabeth said it's for me.
Who?
Elizabeth Horton.
Elizabeth. So that was,
Put your pants away.
no, I did not.
This is terrible.
That is terrible.
What
Okay, Elizabeth, I'm going to start, but if it doesn't fit you, then,
She just said yep, too.
all right. You know, I know that I said this earlier in the identification process, but I just have to go back and talk about the beauty of this young man. Just had a beautiful spirit. He was physically beautiful. Just, he had such a great vibration. I don't know why he was hanging out with such a crowd. He said he was young and stupid. So that also said something about his personality, that he was funny. Yeah, and he was like, I was young and stupid. Invincible. You know, this is one of those kids who just really felt like he was invincible. And, yeah, we're not. He's also talking about people were just absolutely shocked at his passing. I know everyone is shocked when people die, but no, absolutely shocked. He is saying that there has not been complete justice as far as we are concerned here on earth. But he's also talking about, he wants you to remember that the universe is, I'm sorry, I missed that word. The universe is taking care of it, basically. Yeah, shocked. Yes. It's like, I just hear people calling, oh my goodness, can y'all believe? Can y'all believe? Can y'all believe? Okay, I don't know what this is, Elizabeth, but he's showing me, like, he makes me want to put a shirt on with his picture on it. So I don't know if there is like Justice for type shirts that people are wearing with his pictures on it, but he very much makes me want to put a shirt on that has, yes. Anyway, that's odd. I don't usually want to put a shirt on with someone's face on it, but he's very much making me want to do that. He is, oh, universe is the great equalizer. There you go. So when I went down like this, I kind of dropped down my, dropped my veil, and I was like, oh, that was a word, equalizer. Universe is the great equalizer. He is also showing me that someone has part of his name. Like they went on to...
I can understand that, though.
Okay, very good. And I haven't said this in a while, I do want people to understand that when there's so many people and there's the one reader, and I know I'm only going to read so many spirits, that they will group together and they will bring a message through, a group message through one person. Like, yes, someone has identified him. Elizabeth has taken him. They have said that that it's her spirit. But if there are several people that have the same identifying information and can deliver the same message, they will send it through him. So please make sure, if it resonates with you, please take it. It's how Spirit handles one reader, ton of people, not a ton, but there's a few, and then a lot of spirits. All right. Thank you so much for letting me read him. He was a joy to get through. All right, Kevin, we're going to circle back to you, see if we can get your cousin now that we have gotten this guy out of the way. I knew it wasn't. I missed that one word. Oh.
I'm looking for Kevin. I haven't seen him yet. I did ask him to stay, right?
Yes, he did ask you to stay, or he did ask Kevin to stay.
Okay.
Oh, that's like you. Oh, I went to a swan.
I've
Oh,
never seen
thank
this
you.
one before.
All right, Kevin, if you're on here, listen up. We're going to try to bring up Vincent for you since he was
he's here.
he was taken out by this other guy. All right.
He was pushed aside.
He was pushed aside. And all right. So Vincent he's a good guy. He's absolutely showing me he's a good guy, all around good kid. He is very much never met a stranger. Vincent is showing me he never met. I was like, how do I word that? How do I word his personality? He never met a stranger. That was his personality. And just kind of charming. He had that kind of charming look about him. Like, it reminds me of my grandson who, he just can be
Stinker.
a stinker. That's a good word for it. He can be a stinker, but then he's just going to charm me. Like, I love you, Nana. I love you, Nana. So, just pipe up, Kevin, whenever, if you feel like this fits him or not. He is showing me that he was always down to be someone's, I wouldn't say riding buddy, but that's not what I mean. Like, he was always down to be someone's partner in something. If someone's like, you know what, I need to go here, but I don't have anyone to go with. He never wanted people to feel alone. He always wanted to be there for them. He always wanted.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, very good. This kid had a heart. A kid. Okay. He was a kid to me. Y'all know how that goes. If you were in your 30s or below, you're a kid to me because I have kids that age. And so he never wanted people feel alone. Yeah, he very much.
Sorry, I keep running your TikToks.
Yep, right.
Do you have a black belt?
I do have a black belt in my closet hanging up on the wall behind the door. I don't see Jay. He is very much talking about that he didn't want people to feel left out. He didn't want them to feel alone. And he hated bullies, which I asked him why. At some point in this kid's life, he was not treated real well. He was made to feel less than. He was made to feel excluded, and he knew what that felt like. So he was not going to make other people feel that way. He was very much going to, he's showing me that his, I was about to say funeral, and he stopped me. Celebration of life, is that better? So we're going to go with celebration of life. His celebration of life was extremely well attended, and just people were talking about how nice he was and his fun, and also showing me that there was food involved. This kid loved him some food. I kind of like food too. It's not a celebration unless there's food. So he is acknowledging, showing that he was there. Acknowledging that he has not, just because he's crossed over, he is still around y'all. He sees what's going on. And Kevin, who got the tattoo in his honor? He's showing me someone got a tattoo to commemorate him. Okay, he hasn't answered yet. He is acknowledging that he was around. And he thinks it's very funny that he gets to follow someone around that has a tattoo all the time. Like, gets involved in all the shenanigans of whoever has that tattoo. It's like, I'm always there. So, of whoever has that tattoo. It's like, I'm always there. So, oh, your uncle got the tattoo? Very good. So if you want to let your uncle know, again, if they believe in mediumship, I say never pass along messages unless the person believes in mediumship. You don't want to mess with someone's belief system. But if you feel like it's safe, that is an acknowledgement that he is around his uncle and he sees what's going on. Kevin, I'm hearing music. So he gets to you through your music. Whatever you play music on, pay attention if there is a song. Like, every time you turn it on, there's a certain song that comes up all the time. Or when it gets to a certain song, it like skips, and then a song comes on. Whenever you have a spirit who like this guy liked music a lot. He liked bebop, liked to have fun. If they had something that they liked a lot, they are going to contact you through that, whatever it is. Is it music? Is it drawings? Is it art, so they're going to find a way to use that to contact you. So just know, Kevin, that he is contacting you through music. It is not, is it art? So they're going to find a way to use that to contact you. So just know, Kevin, that he is contacting you through music. It is not, I see you, he is contacting you through music. It is not, I see you looking at whatever is playing your music and you're like, that's weird. No, it's not weird. It's your cousin. Didn't want you to think that he didn't care about you. He's also showing me that, let me get this right. So when this other spirit stepped up, like y'all knew that I knew when I was calling up Vincent last time it wasn't him, because I could just feel the energy of it. And he is, yeah, this is for someone, this is for Kevin. And he's showing me that you kind of knew. I know my moderator said to hang out, but you knew to hang out. So I don't know if you've watched me read before or if you were just intuitive. But if you watched me read before, you do know that if I don't bring up the spirit that time, I'll kind of circle back to it. But you knew, you kind of smirked. And it's almost you intuitively knew what was going on.
I don't know if you're frozen for everybody, but you are for me.
Oh, did y'all hear that? My moderator said, I don't know if I'm frozen for everyone. I did get a notification that my Wi-Fi had dropped, but it came right back, so I didn't know if it was going to affect.
It kicked me off, but it let me back in. I can see everybody's comments on it.
Yeah.
It's pretty sketchy right now.
Yeah. I think I might have to pop off. My internet seems to be a little bit wonky tonight.
It's just not coming back for video.
Oh, all right. All right, so sorry about that, but thank you. It was kind of a good time. I got to read Vincent for Kevin, so I do appreciate that, Kevin. And my internet is unstable tonight for some reason, so I guess it's a sign that it's time for me to get off and go get some rest.
Everybody's saying you're freezing.
All right. Thank y'all so much. I hope y'all have a wonderful evening, and I appreciate